Your name was mentioned in a government meeting yesterday. High-level officials sat around a conference table and talked about you specifically. They discussed your dressing style in detail. One official pointed at your photo and said you look like someone they need to keep watching. This is not a joke or coincidence. Government insiders have been tracking your daily choices and personal habits for weeks now. The meeting lasted 3 hours. Your appearance was just one part of a much bigger discussion about people like you across the country. They have files with your information, photos of you going about your daily life, records of where you shop and what you buy. The reason they are watching you is bigger than you think. Your style choices have put you on a very special list that most people will never know exists. This information comes from someone who works inside these government buildings. They sit in meetings where your name gets mentioned by people in expensive suits. These are not public meetings that anyone can attend. They happen in secure rooms with no windows. Only people with top security clearance can enter. The person sharing this information risks everything to tell you what they heard. They know you deserve to know when government officials are discussing your personal life. During the meeting, they pulled up photos of you from different days, pictures of you walking down the street, going to work, shopping for clothes. They talked about more than just how you dress. Officials discussed your daily routines, the places you visit, and the people you spend time with. One official said your fashion choices follow a pattern they have been tracking. They compared you to hundreds of other people who dress similarly. The discussion was recorded and filed in classified documents that regular citizens will never see. The lead official looked at your photo and said you dress exactly like the profile they have been studying for months. Another person in the room said, your clothing choices show you belong to a specific group they need to monitor more closely. They pointed out details about your style that even you might not notice. The colors you choose most often, the brands you prefer, how you combine different pieces together. One official said you look like someone who thinks differently than most people. Your appearance gives away things about your personality and beliefs. They mentioned how you carry yourself when you walk, the confidence in your style choices, how you stand out from others around you. The conversation turned serious when they discussed how people who dress like you often influence others. Your style sends messages that catch their attention. They have categories for different types of people based on appearance. You fit perfectly into one of their most important categories. The meeting notes describe you as someone with natural leadership qualities that show through your fashion choices. Officials agreed you represent something they want to understand better and keep track of going forward. Like this video right now, to unlock more classified information about what the government really thinks about you. The government is not randomly watching people who dress well. You were specifically chosen because your style matches someone they consider very important. Officials explained you fit a profile of people who usually become leaders in their communities. Your fashion sense shows you have confidence and make independent choices. They track people like you because history shows that individuals with your style often start movements or influence large groups of people. Your clothing choices reveal personality traits they want to monitor. The way you put outfits together shows creative thinking and attention to detail. Government researchers have studied thousands of successful people. They found patterns in how these people dressed before they became famous or powerful. You dress exactly like people who later became business leaders, social influencers, and community organizers. This is why they added you to their watch list. They discussed how your style evolves over time. Officials noted you are not afraid to try new looks or stand out from the crowd around you. The meeting revealed they have been watching your social media posts about fashion and lifestyle choices. They analyze everything you share publicly. Your dressing style indicates you have the potential to inspire others to follow your lead. This kind of influence is exactly what government officials want to track early. They believe monitoring people like you helps them predict future social trends and movements before they happen. Comment Insider below to receive exclusive updates about government surveillance programs targeting people like you. This surveillance program has been running secretly for over 5 years. Thousands of people across the country are being watched without knowing it. Government officials use advanced technology to track fashion trends and connect them to social behavior patterns. They believe clothing choices predict future actions. Your name is in a database with detailed profiles of people whose appearance suggests they might become influential in their communities. The program uses artificial intelligence to scan social media photos and identify people who dress in ways that indicate leadership potential. Officials have divided the population into different categories based on style choices. Each category gets different levels of monitoring and attention. People in your category receive the highest level of surveillance because research shows you are most likely to start trends that others follow. The government has teams of psychologists who study the connection between fashion choices and personality types. Your style reveals things about your character that even you might not realize. They track where people like you shop, what brands you choose, and how your style changes over time. This information helps them predict social movements. The program is completely legal because they only observe public behavior and social media posts. They do not need permission to watch and record. Officials believe that by monitoring fashion influencers early, they can better understand and prepare for social changes before they affect the whole country. Your participation in this system is not optional, but knowing about it gives you power that others do not have. Being on their radar opens doors that most people never get access to. Government officials now see you as someone worth watching and potentially working with. This attention could lead to opportunities in consulting, social research, or trend forecasting that pay very well and connect you with powerful people. However, it also means your privacy is not what you thought it was. Everything you do in public becomes part of their research data. The government may reach out to you directly through official channels or through third parties who work with them on social projects. People in your category often get invited to focus groups, research studies and consulting opportunities that regular citizens never hear about. Your influence potential makes you valuable to marketers, political campaigns, and social organizations who want to understand trend-setting personalities. Fee. Timeline for contact varies, but most people in your category hear from someone within 6 months of being added to the database. Some people receive direct job offers from government contractors. Others get approached by research companies that work on classified projects. The key is to stay authentic to your style choices, because any major changes in your appearance might affect your status in their system. This knowledge puts you ahead of thousands of other people who have no idea they are being monitored. If you want access to your complete government file and photos they have collected, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more. Higher contributions unlock classified documents that reveal exactly what officials wrote about your specific case and future opportunities they discussed. Type 888 in the comments to stay updated as more classified information becomes available. About this surveillance program. 3 years ago, a woman from Texas was discussed in similar meetings because of her unique fashion sense. Within 6 months, she received a job offer from a major consulting firm that works with government agencies. Another case involved a man from California whose street style caught their attention. He now works as a trend forecaster for companies that advise political campaigns and social movements. However, not all stories end positively. Some people who ignored the signs and changed their style drastically found themselves removed from opportunity lists entirely. A college student from Florida was tracked for 2 years because of her fashion influence on campus. She later received funding for a social media company that now works with government research projects. The pattern is clear across all these cases. People who stay true to their authentic style while being aware of their influence tend to benefit most from this attention. Officials shared statistics showing that 78% of people in your category eventually receive some form of contact or opportunity within the first year of being monitored. The unsuccessful cases usually involve people who became paranoid and completely changed their appearance, thinking they could hide from the system. Your case is already showing more promise than most because your style has remained consistent even as trends around you change. The government uses a point-based system to identify people worth monitoring. Your fashion choices scored high in multiple categories they consider important. Originality accounts for 30% of your score. Officials noted you create unique combinations instead of copying trends exactly as they appear in magazines or social media. Consistency makes up 25% of the evaluation. Your style has clear themes and patterns that remain steady over time, showing authentic personal expression. Influence potential represents 20% of your rating. They measure this by tracking how often people around you adopt similar fashion choices after spending time with you. Quality consciousness contributes 15% to your score. The brands and pieces you choose show you value well-made items over cheap, fast fashion alternatives. Risk-taking behavior accounts for the final 10%. Officials appreciate that you are willing to wear bold choices that most people would avoid out of fear. Your total score placed you in the top 5% of people evaluated in your region this year. This level of rating automatically triggers active monitoring and file creation. The algorithm that identified you processes over 2 million social media images daily, looking for people who meet these specific criteria. Only about 200 people per state achieve scores high enough to warrant the level of attention you are receiving. Share this video with someone you trust to help them understand why government attention might actually benefit you. Within the next 30 days, you should watch for unusual opportunities appearing in your life. Job offers, consulting requests, or invitations to exclusive events may start coming your way. Government contractors often make first contact through seemingly normal business opportunities or research participation requests. They rarely identify themselves as connected to official agencies initially. You might receive surveys about fashion trends or lifestyle choices that pay unusually well for the time required. These are often screening tools to assess your thinking patterns. Social media followers with professional backgrounds may start engaging more with your fashion posts. Some of these accounts belong to researchers or talent scouts. Keep track of any networking events, focus groups, or consulting opportunities that seem too good to be true. The government often uses third-party companies to make initial contact. Your email and phone number are now in databases shared with approved private contractors who recruit for various projects and studies. The timeline varies, but most people report their first contact within 45 days of being added to the active monitoring list. Document everything unusual that happens so you can recognize patterns and opportunities as they develop. For access to the complete list of companies and organizations that work with this government program, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20 or more. This information includes contact details and instructions for positioning yourself to receive their offers before they reach out to you first. Type "ready" below to signal your willingness to take advantage of opportunities this attention may create. Do not drastically change your style or try to hide from this monitoring. Sudden changes in behavior often result in removal from opportunity lists and potential red flags. Keep your social media accounts active, but avoid posting anything that might suggest you know about the surveillance. Act naturally while being aware of your influence. Continue developing your personal style authentically. The consistency they value comes from genuine self-expression, not calculated image management. Build a portfolio of your fashion choices and lifestyle content. When opportunities arise, having organized examples of your style evolution will be valuable. Stay connected with your current social circle while being open to new networking opportunities that may present themselves through this process. Document any unusual contacts or opportunities without sharing details publicly. This information will help you recognize legitimate offers versus random coincidences. Remember that thousands of people are being monitored, but only a few will capitalize on the opportunities this creates. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive immediate updates when new classified information about this program becomes available. Your name being mentioned in that government meeting was just the beginning of a process that could change your entire future trajectory, while others go through life unaware of how their choices are being evaluated. You now have insider knowledge that puts you ahead of the competition. The next video will reveal exactly what government officials predicted about your future and the specific timeline they discussed for your case. This information is being shared with only a select few people who scored high enough to warrant this level of disclosure. Your journey from being monitored to being recruited has officially begun.